Hey everyone, welcome back. If you're like me, you undoubtedly get that hankering for something hot and comforting in the cold winter months. One of my favorites has always been tomato soup, so today I'll be making a nearly whole food vegan version of tomato soup. Let's get started. For this, we'll need 2 pounds of tomatoes. I'm using beefsteak tomatoes, a large yellow onion, garlic, oregano, pepper, salt, and vegetable stock. First, we'll be blanching the tomatoes to remove the skin by scoring the bottom of each before chucking them into boiling hot water. We'll need a decent sized ice bath to dunk the blanched tomatoes in to cool them down before removing their skins. Once the boil starts rolling, we can throw in the tomatoes. What we're looking for is the skin starting to split and break away from the tomato. This one was probably in there for a little too long, but we'll make it work. Something a little closer to what you're looking for is this right here. Whoops. Let it sit in the ice bath until it's cool enough to handle, and then we'll start peeling, which I did a terrible job of showing you. Basically, the skin should easily peel away with little or no resistance. Once skinned, they can be roughly chopped along with the onion. As you're aware, tomatoes have seeds and not everyone is a fan of them. If you need to, the seeds can be removed with a food mill, but I leave them in and I barely notice them. Next, we'll take 2 1/4 cups of vegetable stock and pour it into the pot after we add the chopped tomatoes and onion, the completely opposite order in which I did it here. Throw in our 4 cloves of garlic, salt, that looked about a teaspoon. You can add to taste later when you taste test, same with pepper. Speaking of which, a few twists of cracked pepper and red pepper flakes if you want, and oregano. I pretty much eyeball most measurements when I cook, so what did that look like? 2 teaspoons, a tablespoon? I don't know. Move things around and get it all wet, bring the pot to a boil, and then down to a simmer. I typically let it simmer for about 30 minutes or longer if needed. What we're looking for is the color of the onions to change sort of a translucent color, and the tomatoes to be somewhat mushy. Once we've achieved our desired mushiness and color, we can pull out the old blender. I find it is better to scoop the solids into the blender first, then add the liquid. Pouring in everything at once tends to be a bit messy. Okay, now that I've got my old man sweater on because my wife keeps our house as cold as a morgue, we can pour the remaining contents of the pot into the blender, secure the lid, and we are ready to blend. Start the blender and turn it up to that power level right there. Remember when I said this was almost whole food? Well, this is where we take that turn. I'm giving it vegan butter for added flavor. The brand I'm using is Earth Balance, about a tablespoon for 8 cups of soup. Give it another spin in the blender and then taste test, add salt and pepper as needed, and then we're ready to serve. This is without question my favorite tomato soup, and have even gotten lifelong tomato soup haters to enjoy it with this recipe. I hope you give it a shot, and I hope you enjoyed as much as I do. Please like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you next time.